We're now moving on to Module 6 from Module 5, where we looked at the gender differences. But now we're going to examine emotional intelligence. Now, I'm not going to give you everything that has been written about emotional intelligence, but I will focus on some aspects which are going to be very important to you. The 5-point working definition of EQ is about applied EQ in the workplace, how you use it in that environment, and how to differentiate between mood and emotions, how EQ fits into your total work environment. As I said earlier, you're hired for IQ, but fired for EQ. So let's look at the 5 points that have been identified by the major writers. 1 is control, 2 is self-awareness, 3 is relationships, which we've already done. Self-awareness, we've also done in your first and second modules. Reading body language, which we've already touched on in the last module. And projecting body language, which we've already touched on in the last module. So now we can expand on those. Control is used as in communication, in both verbal communication and written communication. Now, I'll give an example. The way you speak is how you write. The way you write is how you speak. We find a lot of women have difficulty in writing their presentations because if they tend to use a lot of sibilant sounds, the sibilant sounds are used in their writing, and this is a nemesis. They've found through scientific research that where explosive sounds are used more frequently in a report, a very important report, it is more likely to be accepted by a board for a budget or for other purposes than if a lot of sibilant sounds are there. The sibilant sounds give an emotional aura as well, apart from the fact that it seems to lack substance. We're going to use it for writing. We can use it for using influence and persuasion again in support of a previous model. And we can start to use the skills. So we are looking at a skills factor here, which eventually will convert to a competency.